For the government to negotiate. Let's take internationally. An international aid effort is being stepped up in southern Turkey and northern Syria following a huge earthquake that has killed more than 4,800 people. Rescuers are racing to save people trapped beneath the rubble after thousands of buildings collapsed in both countries. In northern Syria, people trapped beneath the rubble are calling out for help, but there's almost no one to respond to their calls. The 7.8 magnitude quake and tens of aftershocks struck near Gaziantep in the early hours of Monday while people were asleep.
On the streets of northwestern Syria, children are wailing, buildings have flattened, and local hospitals are full of bodies. The cause, a devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake that hit the country on Monday. It was a painfully familiar sight for many Syrian families and rescuers, exhausted by what has been nearly 12 bleak years of bombardment and displacement. Mounds of concrete, steel rods and bundles of clothes lay where multi-storey buildings once stood. In the rebel-held town of Jindaris in Aleppo province, Hamdo al-Sheikh is desperately searching for his family.
I'm waiting to pull out my brother and his family, him and his 7 children. They pulled out someone, but it was not them. They took him and went away. Each is pulling out his own. May God help us.
Millions in northwest Syria have been left vulnerable by years of conflict, according to the United Nations. Strikes and shelling have already traumatized the population and weakened the foundations of many buildings. The following distressing and graphic images show a man sobbing into a bundle of sheets. Inside, his newborn baby, killed after a building collapsed. The White Helmets Rescue Service, founded in rebel-held territory to treat those hurt in bombardment, assisted with search efforts. The group's head told Reuters that the volunteers are in a race against time. The cold winter weather has added another challenge for rescue workers who say families have been left exposed in near-freezing temperatures and heavy rains. Regional Emergency Director for the World Health Organization's Eastern Mediterranean Office, Rick Brennan.
You know, when you think of what's going on in Syria right now, a long-standing humanitarian crisis, still getting over COVID, a huge economic crisis, cholera outbreak. And now this additional crisis in the context of a harsh winter and major fuel shortages. It's almost like the perfect storm. And the convergence of all these crises is leading to enormous suffering.
The UN believes 2.9 million people in the region have been displaced.
Well, that's a very, very sad story, and we wish all the best to all the survivors of that